Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing out there? I said that twice, but how's everybody doing? That's three times. Welcome back to Geek Thoughts. And last time we talked on Geek Thoughts, I kind of gave you my opinion on the subject that Jamie Foxx was a offered the main title role in this upcoming Spawn reboot movie. Um, but this time around, we're doing something else. As you guys know, I'm a child of the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. It is one of my favorite eras, and it was a fun time to grow up. You know, as you know, 90s as well. We never downplay 90s babies. Okay, never. But one of the things that I also love it was G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe to me was cool. It was fun. It was one of those shows growing up that I knew I had to watch. It was G.I. Joe and Transformers and Voltron, He-Man and Thundercats. That was like the afternoon weekday schedule for me um, back in the day when I was a kid. And my favorite G.I. Joe was Snake Eyes, the resident ninja of the Joes. And it was seen that, according to Hollywood Reporter, Snake Eyes is getting his own spin-off movie. Okay, let that sink in for a minute, because not everybody saw the G.I. Joe live action movies, and the first one, the second one felt a little bit more like G.I. Joe, but it still had room for improvement. But they want to do but it is exclusive now that Hasbro and I think who is it? Hasbro and I believe it's Warner Brothers now. I'm not sure. And Paramount, excuse me, they want to do a remake. They want to reboot the franchise. I'm cool with Snake Eyes getting his own solo series, his own spin-off movie. He's one of the only characters I kind of can really see with a. He's the only one I can really see with a solo movie. I don't even mind if Ray Parks comes back to reprise the role. Just make it feel more like Snake Eyes. If you read some of the older G.I. Joe comics, the comics that like Larry Hama wrote, and he's wrote Snake Eyes origin, play it off like that. I would even take, if you play off a Snake Eyes movie, solo movie, similar how they did. Remember the movie Ninja Assassin? How good that movie was? That was a sleeper hit. You could pull that off too. But make it feel as if we are really supposed to understand the character of Snake Eyes in general, but also make it feel as why he matters. And in another sense, like I said, use Larry Hama's earlier works as source material. Why he and Storm Shadow are enemies. Whether you want to take their two routes to go with him in terms of him being silent. One is they wrote two stories. One, his master was killed, so he took a code of silence. Then the other one was he got his throat really damaged in an explosion, and that's why he can't talk anymore. But I don't mind Ray Parks coming back. Now, who they have supposedly in talks of penning the script is I'm gonna butcher this name. I know I am, but his name is Evan Lito Polos. I'm probably butchered that whole name. I apologize for that. And he's worked on scripts like the live action Beauty and the Beast movie, The Huntsman, and Winter's War are some of the movies he's worked on. Now, I'm not that I'm afraid because I never watched the live action Beauty and the Beast movie, and I seen a little bit of the Huntsman movies, and they were, from what I saw, it was okay. But all I'm saying is, like, if they really want to go through with this, with the whole, rebooting the franchise, Hasbro wants the franchise rebooted and everything like that, because like I said, the first G.I. Joe movie was no, and that second one I watched, and it felt a little bit more faithful to the source, but it still had room of improvement. With Snake Eyes having his own series, we could do. There's so much you can do, and so many avenues you can cross into. Like maybe him, why he joined the Roshikage, and um, and his relationships with Storm Shadow and things like that. Maybe even find you can even go into more detail his relationship with Scarlet if you want to add another Joe into the movie. But I don't mind that. I don't mind if Ray Park come back because you're not really going to show this guy's face. He's always going to be in that mask. He's like Judge Dredd. You never really see Snake Eyes' face. But I am excited, but I am also a little reserved and kind of nervous because it's like you don't want to see your childhood, somebody you known since your childhood, get thrown around and beaten in the bush, and then this is the product that they give you. um, and I've seen that enough with Hollywood. I don't have to say who, but all I know is, guys, I'm okay with it. I want to see where this goes, but um, let's just see where it goes. I am in reserve mode. Like, I'm happy, but but what do you guys think of this? Snake Eyes getting his own spin-off movie. My favorite G.I. Joe member getting his own spin-off movie. You tell me in the comment section below, what did you think? What are your thoughts on this? And other than that, guys, this is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace and love. Stay tuned. Keep it real as always. The I'm the Geek Highload of New York, your alpha, bids you all adieu. You guys take care.